Hello everyone, welcome back to my European vacation in Out of Ore. I did quite a bit of work in between episodes. Last episode I ended up doing finishing off a bit of a starter factory to kind of help things along. I ended up doing a little bit more work because I ended up realizing that I could improve things a bit more. I ended up lowering this into the ground and cleaning up this area here. I also switched out to a coal plant here, just because since I'm gonna end up digging up some coal here, I might as well end up having power coming from it. But with the additional changes that I ended up making, it wasn't quite enough to power all of this stuff, so I ended up adding in an additional solar panel here just to boost the energy. I'll probably end up having to do even more with it, but for now that should be good. As well, I ended up finishing off putting in all the stone machines that the machinery that I ended up needing. Again, if you want a full tutorial on how to set this up, I have an extensive tutorial on a basic factory and an advanced factory that includes stone on my channel, so feel free to check that out. I'll leave a card to get to that if you want, but otherwise we're just gonna keep going with this. Now I ended up setting up these to try and get even more money out of this, because the diamond and ruby ore, it doesn't process itself, so at the moment, and there's no machine to do it, you actually have to get more value out of it, you actually need to run it through a manual wash plant, which is somewhat annoying and tedious, but it is what it is, and it at least works. So I'll just collect up this and see how much I ended up getting in between and see how that looks. All right, so we got 1,300,000, almost 400,000. Oh, and as well, I ended up having to get a fuel truck because I was digging out all of this in preparation for trying to clean things up, and I dug out all of this to be able to make room for these machines here. I was trying to make it nice and neat, but I haven't gotten to that. I'll probably do that in between, or I might do a time lapse. I'm not sure yet. Either way, I don't think that I'll do that much digging on camera. But for right now, what I'd like to be able to do is get enough space here to be able to finish off the factory. To do that, I'm gonna need to dig out a little bit more, get a bit more of a foundation, because I'm gonna have to put down 2 more sorters and 3 different smelters, as well as the machines to process the smelted material into bars that we can sell. I don't know if I have enough room yet, but I'll just clean this up here and then I'll end up finishing that off. All right. I think with that, I should be able to get enough. Everything else on the ceiling and that, I should be able to clean it up from the upper part, theoretically. So I put this down here. It actually has a conveyor underneath of it. But I figured that that would be an ideal setup to be able to, I think that should be enough room to get a truck through, or any vehicle through here, and then I can branch off from this, and then the rest of the factory can go into here. And then once we get that done, we can move on. And I'm just gonna do this manually. I'll probably time lapse it for a little bit and see, just because I want to build up enough to get all the, I don't want to have to get the excavator in here. So I'm just gonna time lapse this, and I will see you on the other side of it. Well, as you can see, I got it mostly done. I just have one set of machines to set up on this, but I ran out of room. So I'm going to have to clean this up a little bit to be able to get the rest of those machines in. So I'm going to do a little bit of digging. But I think it's turning out pretty well. I don't know about the power situation, because I'm pretty sure this pushed it over the limit. And I'm actually kind of worried that I'm over the 5400 kilowatt limit that the power pylon is gonna end up being able to do, which means that I'll have to do some playing around with the power as well. But I want to get all of the machines hooked up first to know what I'm dealing with for power, because as much as there's a general idea that I can get from the level 61. Cool. Oh, I passed level 60. I didn't even realize it. I think there's a couple of excavators I could actually get now. I think I can actually get the bigger, or is that 165? Or at level 65. I don't remember. For some reason I'm thinking it's level 60 that I needed to get to, but maybe it is 65. I'm gonna check on that. excavators. Oh, the biggest one is at level 70. So we're a ways away from that. However, I should... Where's the... Is it 4,000? What have I got here? Oh, I guess the map will tell me. This is the 2,000 that I have. So I can get the 4,000 now, which will get me 10.6 cubic meters versus the 2,000, which is 5.5. So it's almost double. Yeah, it's almost double. It's like 0.4 cubic meters less than double. Provided my math is right. But I think that should be... Definitely want to upgrade to that at some point, but that price tag is not going to be easy. Oh, I can get bucket wheels now. Ah, I wonder if I want to play with those too, but I really want to get... I don't want to get distracted with that. I want to get into tunnelers and into the underground mining stuff. So I will not get myself distracted. I mean, even the excavator, the larger excavator is kind of a means to an end, because I want to be able to... Oh, running over stuff. With the excavator, the only reason I'm interested in the excavator at this point in time is to make it easier to dig out stuff and prep for the underground mining, because I mean, this is 5th episode in and I haven't really done any underground mining. I mean, I've dug stuff underground because most of this factory is underground, but I mean, as far as actual underground mining, I have done none of it. So I really want to get this factory done and taken care of, so that I can move on to what I was actually planning on doing with this series, and that is trying to get some underground mining done and to get to the stone, because once I get to stone, this factory will actually be useful, because I am planning... Why is that not working? Oh. I don't know why that's not digging. Whatever. I appear to have buried the... I guess I just filled it up. There's dirt that's falling on the factory, and it's actually trying to process it, but it's not processing it properly because it's not processed beforehand. Needs more processing before this point. But yeah, so I'm enjoying how this factory is turning out. Don't get me wrong, and I'm having a lot of fun digging it out and getting it set up. But at the same time, I want to get to I want to get to what I was actually starting out to do, which was the underground mining, and I feel like every day I log in and start working on this, I feel farther and farther away from achieving that, because I keep having other stuff coming up that I feel like I need to be able to do first. Or I end up getting distracted by unlocks that, while they're cool, it wasn't what I was planning on doing with the series. Although I suppose with the amount of coal that's here, I almost need to just abandon my original underground idea and just make a big giant open pit mine with the baggers, since I've unlocked all of those. But I would rather stick to what I was originally planning on doing and get with the underground mining already. I'll get there. Hopefully it's still enjoyable. If there's anybody that started watching hoping that I was actually going to start doing underground mining, I really hope you don't get bored with this. I promise it won't be forever. I'm hoping to have it done by this episode, or if I don't get everything done that I want to get done, I will get everything done in between episodes, so that the next one I'm starting out with an underground mining episode. Why is that not letting me dig that? I might have to get some explosives out. I mean, I'm gonna have to get some explosives out anyways to get the, for underground mining anyways, because you can't dig rock with standard machines, so you have to explode the rock first and dynamite it, or yeah, basically you have to use explosives on it first, and then you can get start processing rock. So I'm gonna need to get that anyways. I might have to do that early, because this is not, it's not letting me dig out that roof, and I don't know why. I mean, I should have enough reach for it. See? Like, it's digging that part out. As soon as I get to that, it doesn't want me to. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I only need enough room to be able to get the smelter and the container in there. Storage container. I don't know if that's enough right now. Let's take a look. I mean, I'm gonna have to clean up this as well, because I don't want it going, I don't want the smokestacks going into the roof, but If I can at least get the groundwork done this episode, I'll clean everything up and get things nice and neat between episodes, and then, or maybe even a time lapse between. I was able to try one out. I'm trying out a lot more different, like, techniques for videos recently, and one of them was being able to do the time lapses, so I'm hoping that it turned out well. But in the last episode, because I ended up doing a digging session in the last episode, right after that last episode, so I ended up just turning it into a time lapse because it went on quite long, and I thought it turned out pretty good. But I mean, I don't know if it did or not, whether it was still enjoyable. Getting this out has taken quite a lot of digging. A lot more digging than I actually anticipated that I was going to do to build the factory, because in my original plan, I was just planning on smacking down a quick factory right up top and just having it stick there, and then I don't know if it was OCD or just looking at my other factory and looking at how that had turned out, and then not wanting to be outdone by my own last factory. But I just felt like I needed to have an underground factory for an underground mine. Plus I ended up running out of room. I was gonna have to do digging anyway, so if I'm gonna do a bunch of digging, I might as well dig underground. Alright, so I think that should be enough room, at least as a basic setup. Again, I just want to get the basic footprint set up, and then I'll do touch-ups and cleanups in between episodes, and then I want to make sure that it's going to be enjoyable for you guys to watch. Hopefully it has been continuing to be enjoyable. And then I need 2 more for that, and then that's going to be like that. Do that like that. No, maybe not like that. Put this here. I also started up a Mine Mogul series. I'm trying that out. I played it a little bit before I started the series up, but on a poll I ended up doing recently, that seemed to be what the majority of people were interested in seeing, so I ended up starting that up. I'm having a bit of fun with that too. It's a much simpler game because you're not doing any major digging on it or anything like that. All it is it's just you set down mining machines and just collect up materials. So trying to think of what it would be more similar to. I guess like an underground mine version of Satisfactory, maybe? I don't know. It's fun at any rate. I quite enjoy it. But yeah, check it out. Feel free to check it out. I'll try to put a card in here. That's another thing that I'm trying to learn is trying to use the features on YouTube a lot better as well. Because there's a lot of things, because I mean, I don't really have a trade, honestly. My training is on how to fix stuff. But I mean, not industrial machines or anything. It's hydraulics and pneumatics and mostly automation. Actually, like maintaining this stuff. So a lot of the photo or video editing and stuff like that I am learning all on my own, and there's lots of resources and videos online to get it. It's just wrapping my brain around it and seeing what stuff is gonna work for people. I mean, at the end of the day, this is for you guys. This is all for you guys, your guys' entertainment. So if I can do everything technically right, but if it's not enjoyable to anybody, then I gotta balance everything on that as well. That is a left turn. So I'm gonna need a left turn conveyor. Like that. And then I'm gonna go up like that. Get the smelter in. Get the bar roller in. And then a storage container. Again, I'm going to clean all of this stuff up over the next episode and make it all look all nice and neat. But for now, I'm just going to make sure that it's working, because I am pretty certain that it is not working at all. Or is it? No, the lights are off. Lights are all off, so I don't have enough to cover this. This is only 4,200 kilowatts. Grid load is 2,153. What are you guys? So you guys are on. You only need 715 and 749, so 8816. You know what? I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna remove that. And remove that. Hook those guys up. Now, is this gonna turn back on? Sort of. Oh, cool. It's hugging the line, but I mean, it's there. Another 45 kilowatts and I would have ended up blowing it. All right, well, I mean, it works. Now that stuff I'm gonna end up having to get to working as well. That is a separate circuit anyways, so what I think I might do is just for the lack of a better option, I'm just gonna drop this guy down here like this. Well, I would if I could rotate it properly. Like that. It's gonna be ugly. But where's my coal? I'll get a couple more of these guys here. Concrete. No, rough concrete. Yeah. Okay, let's drop this in here like this. Sort of. And we'll turn these guys on. Now, this is overkill for how much power this is actually going to end up needing, but the thing is that this is going to end up eventually getting fed in from another set of machines, because when I end up getting the tunneler in, I'm going to be putting a set of conveyors in, and all of those conveyors are going to need powering. So I'm really going to need to be able to process that. That should have just passed through here. Yep. There we go. All right. Everything's clean. Everything's ready to go. So I just need to test this out. And the way to do that is turn pass-through on. And I guess it's going to process all the gold ore first. Maybe? Oh, I guess it's got some of the silicon is going through. Now, it's not going to be able to process anything through here because it... we need to get the stone processing setup working first. But, looks like all of this stuff's coming through just fine. Which means that we can sell off gold. Gold as gold bars and not just as gold. And I'm just gonna clean this up a little bit. I'm just gonna get some steel flooring. And I'm probably going to need some more of it, so I'm just going to do that for now. I don't know, I like the idea of having this down and that it's covering it up. Doesn't make any difference whatsoever in the functionality of it. It's just, it pleases me. Okay. So that is gonna take its time processing. I am gonna need to... I'm gonna have tons of stuff that need processing through this here. Are any more of these close to being done? Doesn't look like it. So yeah, except for some cleanup to do around here, and some minor tweaking here and there, I think it's done. I like the way that it's turned out. So next episode, we will be working on underground mining. I'll be... If I can finish processing all of the gold and the rubies and the diamonds, I should have enough money to get all the machinery that I need and get enough starter information or starter stuff to be able to get get a setup going, so that I can start tunneling through things. And if we can start getting to some stone, I would be really happy, and then we can actually really test this factory out. Because once the stone comes through here, we're gonna end up having this. So the stone's gonna come through here, provided I set this up properly. I mean, if I didn't, I'm gonna have to go and watch my own tutorial to figure out what I did wrong. But the idea is the stone should be coming through here, and through this froth floater, and then the froth floater is gonna turn the gravel, or the stone's gonna get turned into gravel. It's gonna go through this, which is gonna end up turning it into precious ores. A lot of ores that are very rare, and then it's going to end up going through here. It's mostly going to end up going through the high temp sorter, or the high temp smelter for the most part, and we'll get some really nice materials from that. I mean, we've already got quite a few nice materials from just doing the silicon. Oh, it processed all of it already. All right. Yeah, there's nothing left. Well, I thought that was a ton of stuff, but I guess that's... Oh, I've got it on 10. Yeah. Okay, so I've got this on 10 times processing. So yeah, that's why it needed a whole lot more power, and that's also why it took a lot less time to do it. So let's take a look at what we ended up getting here. Silicon. And you know what? I'm just gonna sell this manually here, and we'll see what we got. So 5 million. All right. That is gonna be great. That is our startup money for being able to start doing the underground mining. So we did really well, and that's from all this digging. Like, that's from digging all of this out and processing it, and then all the digging that I ended up doing up here. Well, I mean, some of it ended up having to go into the materials but I mean, yeah, I am quite happy with the way this has turned out. So Next episode, I should be able to start doing some underground mining under here. And then in a future one, I want to dig some more out of this. And then I want to tackle that big mountain right there. Because I think it'll be interesting to see what's inside of that mountain. But that'll be it for me for today for this one. If you like the video, please like, subscribe if you want to stay up to date. And as well, liking and subscribing really helps the channel. Helps get it videos to where they to other people that will be interested in it, and it helps support me as well. As well, I have a Patreon set up. There should be a link in the description, and there should also be a link on my channel. If you really want to support the channel even further, you can go on there and join up. I appreciate all of the support that you do give. But that'll be it for me for this one, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.